Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating mythy, we'd like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification sound. Before the first breath of man, before the dust formed Adam, were other sentient beings witnesses to creation itself. But who were they? And why has their existence been hidden for so long? Where did we come from? Was Adam truly the first? Or was something here before him? The Bible tells us God created Adam from the dust, but before Adam, before Eden, something else existed. Sons of God were they. And why do most people never talk about them? This mystery has been hidden for centuries, but today we will uncover the truth. Let's go back to the very beginning, bare humanity bore, the earth itself. Book of Job gives us a clue. God asks Job a powerful question. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy, did you catch that? The sons of God were there before the world was even made. They saw creation with their own eyes. But wait, if Adam was the first man, were these beings that existed before him? And why does modern Christianity rarely talk about them? Are we missing something? Something important? Some believe the sons of God were angels. Others say they were something more. Separate race of divine beings, powerful, mysterious, present at the dawn of time. The Bible mentions them more than once, yet their story is often ignored. Could there be knowledge we were never meant to find? Let's go deeper. Genesis tells us God created man in his image. If the sons of God existed before man, then was Adam truly the first creation? Or was he simply the first human? The distinction is important, Bez. If other beings existed before you, set changes everything. Not means creation wasn't just about us way, a part of a much larger story, one that began long before Adam, that has been forgotten. Deliberately hidden ancient texts provide more clues than it's just the Bible, but other writings from Jewish and early Christian traditions speak of divine beings who walked the earth, beings who interacted with humanity. Some even say they changed human history. Book of Enoch, for example, it describes a group called the Watchers angels who left their heavenly realms, descended to earth, taught mankind forbidden knowledge, and they took human women as wives, their offspring. The Nephilim, being part human, part divine, race wiped out in the great flood. But were the Watchers the same as the sons of God? Some scholars believe soothers say they were different, separate class of divine beings. Either way, one thing is clear: the early world was not empty, it was filled with powerful entities, and their presence shaped human destiny. But why is this history rarely taught? Why is it dismissed as myth? What are we not supposed to know? There are three main theories about the sons of God. First says they were angels. This is the most accepted view. It fits with Job 38:7, where the sons of God rejoice as creation unfolds. But there's a problem. The Bible makes a distinction. It calls them sons of God, not just angels. Could it mean they were something different, something unique? Some angels remained loyal to God, but others fell. Lucifer himself was once an angel of light. If the sons of God included both the faithful and the fallen, if so, their role in creation was more complex than we think. Second theory is even more intriguing, suggests the sons of God were pre-existent souls, angels, divine beings, but souls that existed before the physical worlds. This idea appears in some Jewish traditions. Early Christianity hinted at it. Take Jeremiah 1-5, for example. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. If Jeremiah existed before birth, could others have too? Could the sons of God be the souls of those chosen by God before time itself began? This would mean Adam wasn't the first created, Banganly, the first physical human, and humanity's story stretches back far beyond Genesis. Third theory is the most controversial. It claims the sons of God were an entirely different race, not angels, not pre-existent souls, but divine entities that walked among the stars. Bible hints at multiple forms of intelligent life. It speaks of cherubim and seraphim. It describes heavenly councils, and in some passages God speaks as if addressing others. Let us make man in our image. Who is the us? Was God speaking to the angels, or to someone else? Someone like the sons of God? If this theory is truth, Adam was not the first, was the beginning of a new kind of banger, physical earthly creature, but before him were others beings who existed in realms beyond our understanding, beings who witnessed creation itself, and may beings who influenced our history. What if we were never meant to know this? What if this knowledge was lost on purpose? Think about it. Most churches never discuss the sons of God. They skim over these passages. Is it because the truth would change everything? Would it force us to rethink the nature of creation? Would it make us question our own origins? The pieces of the puzzle are there, scattered across the scripture, hidden in ancient texts, in traditions long forgotten. Sons of God were there at the beginning, in a divine plan, but what was their role, and where are they now? Some say they are still here, watching Gwitty, even waiting for something gif. The Bible mentions the myth. Ancient texts confirm their existence. Why do we know so little? Perhaps the real question isn't just who were they, but why was their story erased? What truth are we not supposed to see? And if we knew it, would it change everything we believe? If the sons of God were present before the world began, if they watched as creation unfolded, then what happened to them? Where did they go? Are they still among us, or were they cast out, erased from history? The Bible gives us glimpses, but it never fully explains. SA 6 provides one of the most controversial clues. It says, the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they took them as wives and had children with them. These children were called the Nephilim, men of old, strange beings with extraordinary power. But why? Why would divine beings mix with humanity? And what was the result? Some say the Nephilim were corrupter, dangerous hybrid racia, threat to God's creation. Others believe they were teachers, that they passed down knowledge, secrets hidden from mankind. Either way, something happened, something so serious that God decided to wipe the earth clean. Great flood, divine reset. Was the flood just about human sin? Or was it about something else? Something ancient, something unnatural, something that had to be erased. If the flood destroyed the Nephilim, did it also remove the sons of God, or did some of them survive? The Book of Enoch suggests some were in prison, locked away in chains, waiting for judgment. But what about the others? Could they still be here? Could they be watching us even now? The Bible speaks of principalities and powers, binds that influence the world. Could they be remnants of the sons of God, or their fallen brethren? If they are still here, what is their purpose? Are they guiding us, or are they controlling us? Throughout history, there have been whispers, legends of ancient beings, gods that walked among main teachers who came from the star scaled. These be echoes of the sons of God. Did different cultures remember them in different ways? And if so, does that mean for us? Many religious traditions speak of a time before mankind, a time when powerful beings ruled, a time when the earth was different. Some call it the Golden Age, some call it the Age of the Gods. But what if these weren't myths? What if they were memories? Memories of a world before Adam, a world where the sons of God were the first inhabitants. And if so, happened to that world? Was it destroyed, or did it evolve into something else? Think about the ruins left behind in sites that defy explanation, temples built with impossible precision, structures aligned with the stars. Legends say the knowledge came from above, from beings who walked the earth before us, sons of God. Perhaps here's the real question: if they were here once, will they return? Some believe they never left, that they still work behind the scenes, guiding human history, waiting for the right moment. Others believe they will return in the last days, that their reappearance will mark a new age, final revelation, reckoning called. This be why their story was hidden, why their existence was erased. What are we not supposed to know? The truth is scattered, buried in ancient texts, hinted at in forgotten scripture, showed in myths and legends. But one thing is clear: story of creation is far bigger than we were told. Adam was not the beginning, was part of a much larger plan that started long before mankind, a plan that involved beings beyond our understanding. If we can grasp that truth, everything changes everything, because it means we are not alone, never wearying the true history of our world is still waiting to be uncovered. You ready for that truth? Or is it too much to bear? Because once you see itu, can never go back, you can never unknow if sons of God were there at the start watching, waiting the course of existency, and maybe just, maybe are still here watching us, now waiting for something what happens next. That is the greatest mystery of Albert. If the sons of God are still here, where are they? And what are they doing? Are they hidden among us? Or are they in realms we cannot see? The Bible speaks of a heavenly council, a gathering of divine beings. The sons of God still be part of this council, still playing a role in the fate of the world. Job 1-6 gives us another clue. It says, "Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them." Did you catch that? The sons of God were meeting with God himself, and Satan was there too. Does that mean, were they still serving a purpose? Were they still active in divine affairs? And if they were, are they still doing it today? This changes everything. Art means the sons of God weren't just ancient figures, they are part of an ongoing story, one that has never ended, and if they are still here, they influencing our world. Think about ith rise and fall of civilization, sudden bursts of knowledge, unexplained leaps in human historical. The sons of God have a hand in it. Are they guiding human progress, or are they manipulating it? Some believe they are the forces behind power, that they whisper in the ears of kings and rulers, that they shape the course of history from the shadows. If that's true, really controls the world. Is humanity truly in charge, or is there something greater pulling the strings? And if so, they leading us toward enlightenment, or toward something else, something darker? There's another question we must ask. If the sons of God are real, if they are still Harethan, what about their fallen brothers? The ones who turned away, ones who rebelled. Book of Enoch says some of them were imprisoned, chained in the depths, waiting for their final judgment. But what if some escaped? What if they are still free, still moving in the world, still influencing mankind? Bible speaks of principalities and powers. It warns of spiritual wickedness in high places. Could these be the fallen sons of God, still fighting a war we cannot see, a war that has raged since the beginning? What if history itself is just the surface of a much deeper battle, a battle between the sons of God and those who fell? Good versus evil, light versus darkness, a war older than humanity, it's sylphaned. If that's truth, and what side are we on? Are we part of a greater plan, or are we just pawns in a cosmic struggle? These are the questions no one dares to ask, because the answer, it'd be too much to handle. But if we look at the signs, if we read between the lines, truth is, they're waiting to be seen, has always been there, hidden in plain sight, in the ancient text, and the myths and legends, and the whispers of history's sons of God were there before Ustias shaped the world, they shaped humanity, and they are still here watching, waiting, controlling what happens next. That is the final questionnaire. They waiting for a return, a final event, a moment when they will step back into history. Some believe they will return in the last days, that their presence will be undeniable, that the world will see them again, and when that happens, nothing will ever be the same. Truth will be revealed, hidden will be uncovered, and humanity will finally understand that we were never alone in the beginning, not now, not ever. Sons of God are still here, and the story isn't over, it's just beginning. You ready for what comes next? Because whether we are or not, truth is coming, and once it arrives, there will be no turning back. But what if truth has already been revealed? What if the sons of God never left, but have simply changed how they appear? In ancient times, they walked openly among men, they were worshipped as gods, they were fairy dress spectanthantant sists changed, they withdrew from sight. Were they forced into hiding? Were they erased from history by design? And if Soho wanted them forgotten, did humanity turn away from them, or was it the other way around? Think about the lost knowledge of the ancients, sudden disappearance of great civilizations, the destruction of records and scrolls, burning of librarius. Was it all just coincidence, or was something being covered up? If the sons of God once guided us, what knowledge did they leave behind, and who controls that knowledge now? Is it still hidden, locked away in secret places? guarded by those who know the truth. The Bible warns that there is nothing hidden. Thought, will not one day be revealed? What happens when that day comes? Will the world be ready, or will it be too much to handle? Some say disclosure is coming that soon. The veil will be lifted that what was once myth will be known as reality. Will the sons of God step forward again? Will we recognize them for what they truly are, or will we mistake them for something else? Will we call them angels, gods, beings from beyond the stars, or something even stranger? Because here's the real mystery. Moni, ancient texts describe beings descending from the heavens, called them the Watchers, called them the Shining Ones. They came with knowledge, they came with power, they interacted with humanity. But over Timothy, Venishador, did they? Because, if you look closely, their presence never truly disappeared. It just changed form. They became legend symbols. Figures. They became the hidden hand behind history. Some believe they still communicated dreams, whispers that shape the minds of those in power. Are they preparing something? A return, a revelation, a reckoning? Because if they were here in the beginning, and if they have never truly left in, they are waiting for something, some final call that Bethot. Everything we thought we knew about creation, about history, about ourselves, just a fraction of the real story. That humanity is not the center, but only a small part of something far greater. And if that's truth, then what is our true purpose? Are we meant to rise, to awaken, to finally understand what was hidden? Or are we being kept in the dark for a reason? The sons of God knew the truth, saw the big they shaped the course of existence, and now they are waiting for the final chapter, for the moment when the world will know, for the day when everything will change. You ready for that day? Because it is coming faster than we think, and when it arrives, nothing will ever be the same. And so we stand at the edge of a revelation, a truth so ancient thought, it shakes the very foundations of what we believed sons of God were there before the beginning. They witnessed the first light, they saw the universe take form, they rejoiced as creation unfolded, and yet they remain one of the greatest mysteries in human history. Oh, were they truly guardians of divine order, messengers of something greater, or architects of a reality we barely understand? If they guided mankind once, they still guiding us now. And if they walked among us before, will they walk among us again? Perhaps they already have, perhaps they never left. Perhaps the greatest secret of Alice, that we have always been part of their plan, a plan that stretches beyond time itself, a plan written in the fabric of existentia, plan that is still unfolding. Dund. Here's the most profound question of a leaf. The sons of God were present at the beginning. If they saw creation take shapathon, what do they see now? Are we fulfilling the destiny they envisioned? Or have we strayed too far? Has humanity lost its way? Or are we on the verge of rediscovering something ancient, something powerful, something that has been waiting for us all along? The world is changing. Once hidden is coming to light. Truths once forbidden are being uncovered. On soon, very soon, of everything we thought we knew about who we are, where we came from, and what awaits us will no longer be a mystery. Sons of God saw the dawn of Tim, and perhaps they will witness the dawn of something new, new, awakening, return to something long forgotten. And when that day comes, when the veil is finally lifted, we'll no longer ask who the sons of God were. We'll finally understand we are who we were always meant to. Beatty's story is not over, it is just beginning. You ready? Because once the truth is revealed, there is no turning back, and the world will never be the same again. But perhaps the real mystery isn't just about the sons of God. Perhaps the true mystery is us. What if the reason their existence was hidden because knowing the truth would change everything? What if we are more than just creations? What if we are part of something far greater, something written into the very fabric of the universe? If the sons of God were witnesses to the beginning, then what do they see in us now? Are we the final step in the divine plan, or just another chapter waiting to be rewritten? And if we were meant to know this truth all along, has it been concealed? Who or what does not want us to remember? Maybe the real power has never been in their hands, maybe it has always been in ours. Maybe the moment we truly awaken us, the moment everything change, because if the sons of God were there in the beginning thin, they will be there at the end watching Gwydingor judging Gand. When that final moment comes in question, will remain, will we be ready, or will we be standing in the shadow of a truth too great to comprehend? The choice has always been orsto sicto questionto. Awaken, and in that awakening may finally understand not just who the sons of God were, but who we arraigned, who we were always meant to be. Story is not over, it is only just beginning. Gand, the greatest revelationist yet to come. This video turns the mystery inward, leaving the viewer with a sense of urgency, wonder, and personal reflection. It challenges them to think beyond what they know, and invites them to seek the truth for themselves.